What's up, everybody? Baron Monster coming at you with another action figure review, and we're also going to talk about Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Now that it's been a couple weeks, we're piling past the point of spoilers really being an issue. So let's talk about some figures and jump in and talk about this movie as well.
Things just got out of hand.
So first figure we're going to look at here is the Target exclusive Defender Strange. So if you've seen the movie, and we're past the point now, it's kind of been out for a couple weeks, so we're going to talk about it. Defender Strange is who's working with America Chavez, trying to get her help, and kind of turns on her, really proving that, even good people sometimes, what they think is the right reason, do bad things. So Defender Strange, I wouldn't necessarily say a villain, but not a good guy per se either, depending on your point of view. But this is him, comes with the cool ring effect, which we finally get, as well as some alternate hands in the figure itself. So not a lot in there, but this ring effect is, in my opinion, a very wanted accessory. I'm surprised it took this long for that to be put out. I think it looks really cool. Be interesting to see if someone can create some backdrops for it. Something I'm going to try to do as well. So you get the magic spell hands and then the fist hands with that. So that's what's included. But the real star of the show, honestly, is the figure itself plus the ring. It's just an awesome effect. It's really cool to finally have in figure form and not have to Photoshop it in. Of course, it's translucent, so you could always light it to give it a really cool effect. But I love this ring, and I think it's a great accessory. This is the Defender Strange, from the comics. So you can see here, it's a very similar style with just the black and the red, as well as the predominant gray on the side of his head. So cool figure, awesome figure from the movie. Also, we're going to look at is the regular Doctor Strange. So this is the main, as it's said in the movie, the main MCU is Universe 616, which of course is normally the comic universe, but that's the universe number for the movie. So this is the regular Doctor Strange. Comes with, of course, the Benedict Cumberbatch typical Doctor Strange that we're used to, as well as his normal outfit from the movie. Now, even on the hands here, they have actually duplicated those scars, which I've never really noticed on any of these before. But I really like, and I think it's a great little thing that's added to this figure. So the whole premise of this is, of course, the multiverse and all that. So we get a whole bunch of different Doctor Stranges in this. Not really exactly the ones that are here on screen, but this is just kind of a shot combining those. You do also get the effect hands, which have the magical spells that are on there. Here you can see and compared to the Spider-Man Far From Home Doctor Strange. So a new update to the outfit, which looks like a more classic comic look. So looking at the articulation here, pretty standard MCU figure articulation. Typical ball joint here on the shoulders. Now, I guess because of the sculpt and stuff that's on here, double jointed elbows as well. I guess because of the sculpt's the reason you don't get the butterfly joints out of these. I think it could help with posing with Doctor Strange, but that's just my opinion. Typical torso articulation here. You got the mid here, not really like a crunch, but more of a ball joint. Double jointed knees. Of course, all of these basically without the pins now. So it's really cool. And I love the overall head sculpt of this one. Just the black and the red, I think, looks really good together. So it's really, I think, a good looking figure. It's got the ponytail with that. All in all, solid as far as articulation. Pretty standard. A little stiff out of the package, but nothing a little moving around, or if you need to, heating it up won't fix. So big fan of this guy. I wish he didn't really take the turn that he did in the movie. Then the other one will be the regular Doctor Strange. Now this one does not have the ball joint in the middle. This is a standard crunch. Pretty good range of motion out of that. This is an all new sculpt as far as the torso. So everything's completely new there. So it's cool that they're not just reusing the same molds. They're staying accurate to the new updates in the movie. So all in all, pretty cool. The same articulation layout basically, with that ab crunch being the main difference. So not a whole lot of difference there. Dig this figure way better than the previous Doctor Stranges, where it was just one solid middle piece, as you can see there. So here, you get definitely, I think, a lot better quality and better look and way more posability. Capes are still hard plastic, but overall that's not too bad. So looking at the two figures together, you're looking at MSRP for the Defender about $31.49, and the regular Doctor Strange, you're going to be about $22.99. Those should still be on Hasbro Pulse. Target.com, you may be able to find the Defender Strange, or possibly finding them on clearance. They've been out a little bit, so you may be able to find them at a discount. As far as the figures themselves, both of them I would give a good 8.5 out of 10. There's nothing super stellar. That effect is really the main draw in these figures. But all in all, I think they're great. Good to have in the collection, good updates, and the Defender is great. Once again, the effect is the real winner out of these sets. So that's why I would definitely recommend picking it up. So now that we've talked about the figures from this movie, let's talk about what comes next, the next wave of Doctor Strange. And I don't think we could talk about the next wave of figures without talking about this guy, the zombified Defender Doctor Strange. I thought he was one of the coolest looking things in this movie. Absolutely loved him. You want to include the cape with the arms and all that, that's cool too. Any version of this zombie Strange would be great for the next wave of figures. Now, another one we would need would also be Clea. She, in the comic books, ends up becoming Doctor Strange's love interest, and we know it's not going to work out with Christine, so let's bring her in, get her in the wave as well, and you're set up for future Marvel films. Eventually, she becomes a Sorcerer Supreme. Now, you can't have a Doctor Strange wave without the Benedict Cumberbatch Strange. What better than this third eye? Of course, that's his punishment for using the Darkhold. Now, honestly, in the comics, I don't recall if that was why he had the third eye. It was something that did exist. It isn't just brand new from in the movie. In the comic books, he did have that third eye as well. So it is kind of a canon thing. Bring it. That would be an awesome figure for the wave, and you get your regular Doctor Strange. Now, of course, we have to include Mr. Fantastic in the next wave of Doctor Strange figures. It would absolutely be a must-have. I can't think of it. This would be the number one figure in the wave for sure. The John Krasinski MCU Mr. Fantastic would absolutely be impossible to come by for a number of weeks. And rightfully so. I think it's awesome. It was a great cameo. Look forward to seeing him in future MCU products. The only two I could interchange out, Black Bolt was cool, like the character. It'd be cool to see him as a figure. But I'm right there on the fence with that as the Maria Rambeau Captain Marvel. Give or take anyone. We could use a new Peggy Carter with a new head sculpt. But the defining part of the new wave would have to be make it a Build-A-Figure. The X-Men, the animated series version of Professor Xavier. It would be great. Got the yellow finally, nice, sleek, realistic look, different than what we've seen in the MCU or the other X-Men movies so far. And then if you want to throw something on HasbroPulse.com, throw in army builders like these Ultron bots. That would be great. Those are the figures I would pick. Pick and choose however they want to do them. I don't care. If they all got made, I would be very happy. Let's not lie, we'd probably all pick them up anyway. So, well, guys, that was my thoughts on these figures as well as my thoughts on the movie and upcoming figures we may see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. See you next time.